Wheel of Life 423 in the house.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Real?
Hey, through it all, I'm blessed. Can't complain.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You ready? You ready
Oh
to
yeah.
be interviewed by Fishy? You ready to chum it up?
Hey, let's do it. Let's chum it
Yeah.
up.
All right, all right, all right. So, you know what? I think I'm going to start with a non-fish question. I'm
Okay.
just going to ask. Can you just tell us a little bit about your YouTube journey, like how it started, how you got to where you are now, a little bit
Okay.
like
Yeah.
that?
So I work for the state of Tennessee. I'm a talent management director for the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services, and so I'm a part of a program which is what it's called the Black Belt Program. And what that is you pretty much get a bunch of different points. It's there at different levels. Matter of fact, I wonder if I got my belts. Okay, like that was perfect. So like you get these different. My light, by the way, is a little off, but you get like these different belts, right? This is a blue one, but it starts with a white belt, then you get a yellow belt, and I think it's orange belt, blue belt, green belt, and then I think you get a black belt. So I'm at the black belt level now, and
Yeah.
you get a lot of points for like community service, reading books, um, facilitating uh trainings, which is part of what I do on my job. So it's a bunch of different things you get points for. Building a leadership academies, something I'm actually doing now, rather. And so you get these different points. But to complete the entire program, which I've been in that program since 2019, to complete the program, you have to do a pay it forward project, right? Now, me, I've been fishing since I was 12 years old. We was talking about Reggie White earlier.
Yes,
His
sir.
dad, Charles White, which is my great uncle, he was the one who taught me how to fish, starting at 12 years old. And
Wait, so who was Charles to Reggie?
that's his father.
That's his father. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
yes, Charles
Got
White. Yep, yep, and he lives in Nashville, Tennessee, and so just a couple hours away from me. Yep, yep. So and he taught me how to fish, and so I've been fishing since then, and probably really just fishing on my own since I was around about 18 years old. Well, really 16 when I got my first vehicle. So really about 16 years old. So I've been fishing all my life. And that being said, what I did was I said, okay, well, I love to fish. Why not create a YouTube channel? Now this was just for a pay it forward project, all right? Why not create
This
a
was about a
YouTube?
year ago.
Huh?
This was about a year ago.
Yeah, yeah. This was I posted my first I posted my first video June the 25th of last year. So next month would be a year. I started it, I think it was May of last year. So um and so I was like, well, let me do a pay it for I want my pay it forward project to surround fishing because I love to fish, right? And
Right.
so the
Right.
thing was, well, how could I impact the community of Chattanooga in a positive way? Well, let's get kids out, teach them how to fish, and make fishing relevant to life. So that's how I actually started my journey. Interestingly enough, I knew nothing about YouTube. I knew nothing about YouTube lives, absolutely
Same.
nothing but posting videos. One thing I
Yep.
did know, and I always tell people, and especially a lot of young people that I teach, like when I teach Sunday school, Bible study I teach the high school class. I always tell them, a lot of them say, "Hey, they're chasing the bag." That's always the problem, right? I tell them, don't chase the bag, let the bag chase you because it shows how valuable you are, right? And
Right.
so we have these conversations. So I get these young people out, which you can go and look at some of my lives, and a couple of videos that I've put out where I've connected with some young people and just teach them how to fish. Some of them already know how to fish. Some of them just needs a father figure in their lives, right? And so that's how I started my YouTube journey. But to get back to the me not really knowing much about YouTube, only thing I knew just based on just minimal research was, hmm, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to be monetized, right? I was like, well,
Mhm.
maybe I could do that in 12 months. And it was a blessing, man. I got monetized in 4.5 months. Just
Wow.
posting it, never did a live or anything. I knew nothing about it. So I'm literally still learning about YouTube now. So a lot of people, they'll see my subscribers and be like, you're not doing this? Never knew about it. You know what I
Well, we're
mean?
on the
So,
subject. One of the things I like to do is gas people up, kind of let everyone know where you're at.
uh-huh.
So, Reel has 4,290 subscribers, right? That's 4.29
Yeah.
thousand subscribers. He's at 847,176 views. And this is all in 1 year. He started in May 25th, 2024. And so I'm going to go ahead and read your channel description for you if you don't
Okay.
mind.
Oh, go
Then
ahead.
you
Yeah.
can elaborate on it if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
So Real says this channel focuses on mentoring, inspiring, and motivating young people through the sport of fishing. We will learn the ropes of fishing while building the confidence to tackle life's challenges. Fish with purpose, reel in confidence, and cast out doubt. I love that.
Yes,
Love it.
sir. Yes,
All right.
sir.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so just like I was saying earlier, in the community where I live in, there are a lot of young people, and this has and I would just throw it out there, has nothing to do with race, because you look on my channel, you'll see black kids, white kids, Hispanic kids that we've worked with, and they're all dealing with some of the same things. And it's really it's heartfelt, it's sad. And so my thing is fishing. I didn't, shouts out to my mother. I grew up in a single parent household, so I understand how it feels, right? To not have a male presence or a father figure. Now, I will say, I have a really good relationship with my dad now. All right, I'm 43 years old. I didn't have the best relationship with my dad until I was 27, and we had a conversation. Let me just say, an intelligent conversation. And
Okay.
that's what built our relationship. But I understand how a lot of people in the Chattanooga community are impacted being in like single parent households. And my thing is, okay, well, I'm a product of that, but I'm still a success story, right?
Right. Absolutely.
I have a wife and 5 children. Got married young at 21, 3 weeks before my 22nd birthday, and we're still together, going on 22 years in December, right? So
Nice.
I'm a success story, right? And so my thing is,
100%.
okay, show these kids that, hey, although you may have come from this particular community, doesn't mean that you can't be successful, right? Um, and so my thing was, okay, and I know how fishing impacts me. Again, I always tell people, fishing is not just about catching fish. Fish is a way for you to escape stress, depression, hurt, whatever it may be, right? It allows you to refocus, focus on your goals, so that once you, and that's why, say, I've started, and I got like seriously like 70 videos from last year and this year that I haven't put out yet. But I've started a series called Fishing 1 hour before work. And then I'll tie that back into, the description. But I have a series out called Fishing 1 hour before work. And what I'm telling people, and I'm not talking about just kids, I'm talking about grown people, adults, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
do something you like to do before work. It makes your work day so much better. So when I get
Yep.
an opportunity, because although I'm in Eastern Standard Time, I actually work on Central Time because my main office, which is not an office anymore, is actually, I technically work out of Nashville,
Okay.
Tennessee, right?
Okay.
And so Central Time, so I have a little gap. Sometimes 2 hours, it just depends. Maybe 1 to 2 hours, and I go out there and fish, and it just makes everything so much better. So I tell people, hey, you don't have to fish if you love to read. If you love to watch a sitcom, do something that takes you away from stress. It makes your day
Yeah.
better. So my point is, I know how fishing impacts me, right?
Mhm.
And so I'm sure it would impact others in a positive way if I can just teach them how to fish and show them the true meaning of what fishing is, right? It's not
Yep.
just catching fish. It's not just saying, well, hey, who I caught the biggest fish. Absolutely not. No, it's
You know,
not about
Fishy
that.
told me he says do that before work. You still go to work.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Still go to work, but let that be your drive, right? So that peace that you have, that you gain
Right.
from that moment of whether it's fishing or doing something that you like to do, let that be your driving force to say, hey, I had a great day doing what I actually like to do.
Yes.
I'm about to go into work with a great day. So with how fishing has impacted me, what I want to do is pour that out into the community. What I've noticed is that I've connected with quite a few adults,
Hmm.
literally, not just
Yeah.
children, adults. Hey, listen, let's go out fishing. Like,
Yeah.
what? I've never fished before. Seriously? Okay, let's
Oh,
do
that's
it.
the best. That's the
Yeah.
best. Oh God,
If
I
you
love teaching someone how to fish for the first time.
if you go back and look at my live, I think I titled it Casting Hope because that's what that project is, casting hope. Um, we had about I was thinking we were gonna have maybe 3 or 4 kids. That was it. We had a total of about 50 people out there, including adults. It was
Wow.
amazing. And so it's just to inspire people, let everybody know, hey, there's hope. There's hope. Get out
Yeah.
there and fish, and enjoy
Absolutely.
yourselves. Yep. So there we go.
Yeah. And it's just like I told a young guy this once. It didn't have nothing to do with fishing. He was just kind of a younger kid I worked with once upon a time. He kind of looked up to me for whatever reason, and he was like, "If you had any, good life advice for me, what would it be?" And I said, "Make sure you do something you love to do every day."
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's it.
Absolutely.
If you're just grinding out your work hours, coming home, eating, going to bed, grinding out work, doing that over and over again, you are going to be miserable
Right.
very fast,
Yep.
and you may repeat that cycle because human behavior is cyclical. You get in a comfort
Yep.
zone. You may not even like what you're doing, but you're doing it because you're used to doing it. So
Right.
make sure you do something you love to do every single day. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yep. I'm
And
trying
and
to.
yeah,
Sorry.
that's fishing.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm over here trying to adjust my
Go ahead and get yourself adjusted.
my camera. My bad.
For those of you just tuning in, Reggie White's nephew, y'all. I'm a big Packer fan, so that's a big deal to me. If you don't know who Reggie White is, man, NFL defensive end, Hall of Famer, the Minister of Defense, amazing guy, amazing football player. But this is about real life. Sorry, I'm
Hey,
just excited. I'm
we
just
could talk
excited.
about Reggie.
No, this is about you. This is about you. Reggie's amazing. He did great things. Lots of
Yeah.
people love him. This is about
Absolutely.
real. This is about real. All right. So you kind of already said it, but we'll just go through it again in a little bit more detail. Where are you located? We know Tennessee, right? And then
Yes.
what are the bodies of water that you mainly fish around there?
Great. That's a great question. I usually fish really the lakes and the Tennessee River.
Yep.
So when you see me catching a lot of big fish, I'm on the Tennessee River for sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Specifically down at the dam because I mean when they have uh, a couple of the generators on, the big fish are lurking. Yep. And I I have a couple of videos where I fish some creeks. I do want to get into creek fishing, but I just haven't done it yet. With everything that I got going on, I just
Good way to
spot the
get bait.
water. Hmm?
Good way to get bait.
Oh
Tell you
yeah,
that
oh
much.
yeah, yep, yep, yep. Oh yeah. So I just try to I just find water and go. But I try to, I mean I have a few different spots, but it's just really mainly the Tennessee River and then,
Yeah.
some of the lakes, couple of creeks, but mainly Tennessee River.
Yep. All right. Okay. And I can't remember if we were just talking about this before we went live, but anyway, here's the question. Um, do you remember like the first fish you ever caught or like your first fishing experience?
Oh yeah,
How far back
absolutely.
can you go in memory? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So as I stated earlier, my great uncle, which is Reggie's White daddy, Charles White, he was the one who taught me how to fish. And I remember going to Raccoon Mountain. And back then, when I tell you huge bluegill, I mean, we talking about the ones with the humps on them, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Big old bullgill.
yeah,
Bullgill
there
is
you
what I
go.
call
The
them.
bullgill,
Yes,
there you
yes.
go.
Yep.
And that's what we would catch all the time. And I remember going around Raccoon Mountain. That was really my first fishing experience, and I was hooked on it ever since because I used to. Oh man, when I was a child, man, I was like a crybaby, man. Hey, look here, I would always, I always wanted to go fishing because it was my great uncle and his uncles. Believe it or not, I was they lived quite a while, by the way. And they would always go fishing, and they would do some catfishing, but a lot of bluegill fishing. So my first fish was definitely a bluegill. I remember that vividly.
Nice, nice. Same. I think a lot of people's first experience, at least freshwater fishermen, is usually bluegill when they're kids.
Yep,
Heck
yep.
yeah, man. Okay. I'm sure you've been asked this on your lives a million times, but we're gonna ask it again because it's the best question, right?
All
What is
right.
the biggest fish you've ever caught?
Um, it's my biggest fish I've ever caught, which is really not big. It was a 25-pound blue cat.
Hey, that's a nice
Oh,
fish.
we got a couple of 2-pound crappie. Uh,
Okay.
I
2 pound crappie.
bass.
Big crappie.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Bass. My sons and I, we've gotten some 4.5, 5 pounders, but that's about it. I need a boat. Well, you don't need a boat, but
You don't need it. I'll be honest with you. I got a boat a couple of years ago, and man,
uh-huh.
I like shore fishing more. I shore fish like 90% of the time because it's so much hassle getting everything ready for the boat and getting it out
Yeah,
on the water and then getting it loaded and unloaded and it's just and then finding the spot and it's like
right, right.
and when I shore fish, I pull up to that spot, I walk to my spot, I set my poles up and they're just steady, man. I'm just waiting, waiting and waiting. You know what
Okay. Hey, I see a message on there. Do you mind if I respond to Burrito?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.
Hey,
Anytime
hey,
you want.
Burrito. I'll definitely message you after this interview. We had a meet and greet at Chester Frost Park. Bunch of YouTubers, man. The coolest thing. Somebody actually came from the UK. I'm like, what in the world? Yeah. So and they're doing it every year. I think Burrito, the catfish lady, she's a big part of that meet and greet, and she was
Okay.
she was the one who invited me out. Matter of fact, Skipjack Cindy, she was there. I think Skipjack, I heard you were one of the winners in the catfish tournament. So shouts out to you.
I
But
believe
yeah,
that. She
so
catches
yeah.
some big cats.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, there we go. Sorry about
No, no, it's fine. Anytime you want, man. There's
that.
no,
Okay.
this is we're just winging it. This I got some questions, but it's not a big deal. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
You want to talk to someone in the chat, talk to someone in the chat.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And for those of you that are saying hi to me and stuff, so my chumming it up with Fishy thing, I'm kind of more focused on my guests. You know, in my lives, I give you guys all sorts of attention, so don't get some kind of way on me now. All right. So, what is your favorite fish to catch,
My favorite
or
fish to
your favorite fish you've ever caught? Either or both.
okay, my favorite fish to catch is any fish that bites. Because for me, for me, I just love the sport of fishing. It could be, at times if the catfish are not biting, what do you do? Do you get mad, go home? If the bass are not biting, if the crappie are not biting, what do you do? Go. No, I wanna figure out how to catch the fish, or if they're just not biting, I'm gonna find a fish to catch, right? I know I can
Right.
catch some bluegill at any given time I want to, right?
Right.
But um, and I'm not if I had to say one fish that I couldn't get enough of as far as catching, which is not anything, but one fish that I mean that I would catch, or I don't want to say it's my favorite. I would just say that it would never get old. None of it will. But if I look at the bigger picture, it would probably be crappie because that's some good eating, right? So,
Oh yeah.
so,
Yeah.
so I'm
Yeah.
getting the
Okay.
best of both worlds, right?
Right.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you though. I've never had walleye, but I got 6 fillets in the freezer. I got 3 of them, I haven't eaten
Buckle
them
up.
yet.
You're about to have a new favorite fish.
I know that's
And
what I hear.
walleye, good
That's what I
eat.
hear.
Walleye is like top tier, man.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't
what
get
I
much
hear.
better than walleye for
But I will
freshwater
say,
anyway.
and I think this is something maybe they could, discuss in the chat. Freshwater drum. Oh my
Oh yeah,
goodness.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
love to catch them. Why? Because of the fight, man. Those fish
Mm.
absolutely fight. And I'm
You
telling you,
you ever eat one?
no, no.
They're good. They're good, man. I don't. Everyone, I'm telling you, a lot of fishermen turn their nose up at freshwater drum. They're
Uh-huh.
good, man. They taste like lobster. Drum are
Yeah.
good.
Ooh, and that you the first I heard. Now I've heard people say that they taste good, right?
Got to cook them a certain way. But
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
gotcha. Um, um. Now I've caught a couple of sauger as well, but I hadn't caught any of those in a while. But I will say I
I
would
caught my
love to
first
really.
sauger yesterday, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I caught a lot of walleye before, but I just caught a sauger for the first time yesterday. With
Oh,
I was fishing with Fish and Fin Addicts here in the chat.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was in a live with Fish and Fin Addicts earlier. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Fonda, I believe. But yeah. But I mean, I any fish that bites, but I do love to catch crappie because I'm always hunting for those 2 and 3 pounders. You
yeah.
know. And that but yeah, so I would go with crappie, but at the end of the day I'm appreciative of any fish because you hear a lot of
Yeah,
people, especially in Tennessee, call drum trash fish. I call
yeah,
it the
the
gift of
same in Wisconsin. Yep.
Yeah, I call it the gift of God, man, because I'm telling you, those fish fight hard, man, and I love that fight. I love that fight.
Especially the big one. I mean, and they can get big. People don't
Yeah,
realize it. I mean, most drum are like bluegill size,
yeah.
but there are some that are like 20, 30 pounds,
Oh
man. They
yeah.
get big.
And then my son, and we may end up going into the views. I'm not really sure if you're going to talk about how many total views I have, but my son caught a 26-pound buffalo on 8-pound test.
Those are,
8-pound
oh my
test.
God.
26-pound
Those are,
buffalo on
wow.
eight. Yeah, down there at the dam, at the Chickamauga Dam, got it in on his own. And and I mean, we just talking about the fight. And that
Oh,
video or that YouTube short got, I think it's like it's still at like 340 something thousand views. Yeah.
wow.
Oh yeah. Yep. So
Wow.
hold on. Sorry about that.
So probably actually, if that video, how old is that video?
Oh, it's a couple of months.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I was gonna say if that was like a new video, you're probably at 1 million views. But yeah,
Oh
right,
no, it's not new. Bear with me 1 second.
no problem.
I was trying to plug up my phone. See what this thing doing. Okay, there we go. All right.
All right, so I know that big picture, you say any fish is your favorite fish to catch, but really, we're kind of leaning towards crappie, right?
Yeah,
So the
yeah, yeah.
follow-up question to that is, what do you use to catch crappie?
Uh, I'm gonna give you a couple of things. I'm gonna give you something
Uh,
very recent. Typically, what I do is I use minnows. I love minnows. I'm just telling you, that's my go-to live bait because minnows catch almost anything. We've caught some nice sized blue cats off minnows, right?
yeah,
Just little
I
toughies,
believe.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I
What
typically,
kind of hooks we put in it? We're talking crappie minnows, right? Like the little tiny
yeah,
kind
the
of.
little toughies,
Yeah, yeah.
the little toughies. So I typically like to take a couple of dozen with me.
Mm-hmm.
I love to jig because it's nothing like that thump, right? So
Right.
I usually use Bobby Garland's. We know monkey milk is probably the color of choice. A lot of people use monkey milk. I
Okay.
love all the Mo glows as long as it glows, specifically the green Mo glow. But lately, y'all, I'm telling you, I when I say this, I am not getting paid for this. I promise you. I will be uploading a video. Let me see. I should get. I still may upload it tonight. And again, I may open. No, I may wait till about noon tomorrow. Now, since it's kind of late. Um, but lately I've been fishing, and my bag is in the car. But I've been fishing with the Crappie Kid jigs. The
Yeah.
Crappie Kid. Oh my
Get them.
goodness!
Get
I'm
them.
about to upload a video. Um, I hadn't finished editing. I'm already at 52 crappie. But that's what I caught. My son was fishing on the other side of a tree, so you couldn't see him because it was at night, and he had caught 50. So over 100 crappie, right?
Jeez,
So, and it's
crazy.
1.5 inch, and the tail just wiggles like crazy. So my go to are minnows and just some like 1.5 to 2 inch jig.
I want to ask. So when you hook a crappie minnow, right? First of all, you're using a really small hook, right, or a jig hook.
I usually use either like a number two Aberdeen
Yeah,
hook,
Aberdeen. Okay.
or
Where do
I
you
use
hook the live crappie? Do you hook it up through the mouth, through the tail, back? What do we do?
I have two places I like to hook them. I like to hook them through the eyes, right up under the eyes, because you got that soft spot right up under the
Oh,
eyes.
they're not still alive then?
Yeah. Oh, they
After
they
you
stay
hook?
alive for a while. Yes, it's a soft spot if you could feel it right up under the eye. Once you get through one eye, it's easy to go through the other one, literally right up
Okay.
under both eyes, and they stay alive for a while. And
Okay.
so I like to use that because if the fish are outsmarting me, I can hook them better that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go through from the bottom lip up to one of the nostrils. I'll do
Yeah.
that. If they're just playing
See, I
hard to
find with
catch,
that, like they come off the hook real easy that way. Like sometimes
they
I'll even cast them right off the hook
yeah,
if I cast too hard, you know?
right, right. But those are my main two. If they're playing hard to catch, then
Yeah.
I'll take and hook them right behind the dorsal fin to get some,
Okay.
a lot of action. But my main
Yeah.
go-to is right up under the eyes, man.
Right up
I
under the eyes, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Very nice. I'm gonna try that next time.
Oh yeah,
Next
yeah.
time I'm
Try it
using
out.
some
Try it
crappie
out.
minnow. Absolutely, I've never tried that before. And and it's kind of turned me off from using crappie minnows because I always get frustrated because they come off the hook so easy. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
gonna try that. I'm gonna
Oh
try that
yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then you were saying about crappie man jigs,
No, the crappie
and,
kid jigs.
or yeah, sorry, crappie kid jigs.
But I
My
do
bad.
have some crappie man jigs. I hadn't fished with his yet. I purchased some of his as well.
Oh, I don't know crappie man. I only know the crappie kid.
Oh really? Yeah,
We're
yeah.
talking
You
about the
got you got.
YouTuber, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The crappie man. Yeah, I think he may have like 25, 26,000, 28,000, something like that
Oh, wow.
subscribers. Yeah, yeah. And
Wow.
he makes a lot of different jigs, a lot of different baits. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So, do you have any fishing superstitions or anything that gives you like good luck when you're fishing or anything that gives you bad luck when you're fishing? What do you got?
Good luck.
Yeah,
Go
good
out and
luck, bad
fish.
luck, fishing superstitions, habits, rituals, anything weird.
I'm not a superstitious person by
Okay.
any means. Bad luck, you don't go out and fish. Good luck, you actually get out there and
Okay.
try to fish.
All right.
but
Right.
but
Right.
I absolutely have. Now listen, I can tell you something I hate,
What's that?
and let me tell you I can't stand being around somebody that's just complaining while we're fishing.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
away from me. Get
Hmm.
away.
This is supposed to be my happy time. I don't want none of
Yeah,
that. Yep.
yeah.
I
Because
got you.
now I will say this though. So maybe that it's not a superstition, but it's a pet peeve, right? It's a pet
Right.
peeve of mine where I feel like if I
Well,
had
if
that
we're
negative.
catching the vibe, man, the fish ain't gonna bite if we're being all negative. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes, sir. Exactly.
Nope. Yeah,
Exactly. Yep.
totally.
Yep. So that when if you're killing the vibe, man, it seems like man the fish know it, man. I kid you not. It's just like get away from me, So, yep.
All right. Right along. Where we have for time? We're about a half hour here. Do you have any like unbelievable or like crazy fishing stories where like I went fishing and you wouldn't believe this and that, anything like that? Or just like something just really crazy that happened when you went fishing one time?
I probably have a few stories, but I like to focus on
It
my
doesn't have to
children.
be bad. You know what I mean?
Oh no, no, right, 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 right. I like to focus on like my children because that's what gives me the drive. That's what motivates me when I see my children. Every last one. I have three sons. I have five children. I have three sons and two daughters. My oldest and my youngest are my girls. Uh, but they don't typically fish with me. Uh, you'll see them in the summertime. You'll see them in the video in the summertime. I can
Yeah.
guarantee you that. But my sons they
Get
fish
some
with me all
YouTube
the time.
clout from you.
Huh?
They trying to get that clout, your YouTube
Oh
clout.
no, they just go out. They just probably want to just hang out with daddy. I've been trying to get. I've been trying to get my oldest one. Well, actually, and my youngest one to start a YouTube channel because my youngest daughter, she's just an artist, man. She's really good. My oldest daughter, oh my gosh, she can cook.
Wait,
That's that's why when I show a picture of me and Reggie and my mother and my wife and my youngest daughter, you see I'm much
yeah,
smaller. She can cook. But I do like to focus on my children because that's what I could catch it. Every all three of my sons have caught bigger fish than I have, and it makes me a proud dad, right?
right.
So one of my YouTube shorts, I think it's titled something like "This 13-year-old caught a 26-pound buffalo." When I tell you, we knew that the buffalo were running, and
Yeah.
he just decided to throw out to catch a buffalo. And I told him, like, son, brother, you got 8-pound test.
Right.
Listen, when I tell you
He
he
set his
hooked on that
mind to it.
buffalo, yeah, we didn't realize how big it was. And
Oh,
so
they're
he's
monsters.
working it, and it was a good thing that he had mono because it's a wall right there. If he had braid, it would have just broke off, rubbing up
Mm,
against the wall, the concrete
yeah,
wall.
yeah.
And when he pulled that thing in, if y'all go back and look at that video, you all will see hear how excited I was. I was like, oh my God, this thing is huge. That was that was one of those special moments there.
Yeah.
Um, One of my twins, we were fishing at Chester Frost Park, and we was actually crappie fishing, well, in bass fishing. I call him the bass master, and he had caught just a little yellow bass, and he looked at it and it swallowed the hook. So what he did was he just laid his rod down and just put the bass back in the water.
Yeah.
Kudos to him because he didn't want the fish to die. Put the bass back in the water. When they grabbed his pliers, 5-pound bass came up. Bam! I mean, smoked it. We was
Whoa.
like, oh shoot! Well, and he got it in too. So
Wait,
that was a
so how did he hook the bigger bass on
ah
the littler hook? Like, because it was in the little bass's mouth, right?
great question.
Is that impossible?
So typically when those bass when they they're gonna bite it from the front, right? They're
Right,
gonna come from
right.
the front. So when he got it, of course he kind of swallowed it a little bit. And so when my son went to, I don't know if you want to say set the hook or set the fish,
Set the
right?
fish, right. Yeah, set the
And
fish.
the fins got caught in the bass mouth, and that's how he was
Oh
able to
my
get it in.
god.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
it
wow,
was
that's
crazy, man.
crazy.
It was
That
crazy.
is a crazy fishing story. That's
Yeah,
exactly what we're looking for.
yeah. And my my other son. Let me think. My other son, we call him the producer. He just I call all three of my sons fish attractants, and I told somebody this one day. I'm telling you, they know how to find a fish. My twins are 20. My youngest son is 14. They just know how to find a fish. And I remember one day we was out at this boat marina, and he was just throwing out a jig. And when I tell you, that was the night where I was telling you earlier before the live started. We had caught 121 crappie.
Yeah,
He caught most of those. And when I tell you, every time he threw that jig out, bow. And that's why we call him the producer because he just catches he just catches a lot of fish,
right.
And it makes me proud. So that's one of those. And you have to that video is out there because if you see him, you just see him just constantly bringing me crappie. So so those are a few stories. That my last story, which I will say this because you typically don't see, at least I don't. I don't know if Skipjack Cindy is on here, but I don't see alligator gar a lot. And I was down at the dam.
Wait, there's
And,
alligator gar in Tennessee?
yeah, yeah,
Really? I
yep.
did not know that.
I saw one alligator gar in my life. I don't care what anybody says. I saw it for myself. There was a dead fish. It wasn't a long nose gar. It was an alligator gar. And it
Right.
was a dead fish floating right in front of me, literally. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was having a tough day of fishing. And I was just trying to see if I could hook the dead fish.
Right,
And
right,
that
right.
alligator gar came up and smashed it. Bam! I mean, literally, that was the craziest thing that I've probably ever seen, since I've been fishing. Yeah.
And you did not pull that in, yeah?
Oh no. Oh who?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have been able to. Oh, it would have ripped my line. I'm a
Right.
I fish with a lot of light gear. 6 pound line. Now I do have a Dobbins Fury rod where I got what 10 pound uh braid with like 12 pound uh 12 pound leader on it. But most of my gear, I don't have any heavy gear other than I do have a 12-foot Mad Cats rod for when I do go out and catfish. Other than that,
Right.
when you see me catching big fish, it's on light tackle.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. I do. I go the opposite direction. I've got all heavy gear, and sometimes I'll catch little fish on heavy tackle
yeah.
because I like to catch sturgeon and stuff like that. So I gotta
Man,
keep my tackle up.
my
You know what I
youngest
mean?
son caught a sturgeon about 2 months ago. I've never caught one.
Saw it. I saw it. I saw that video
Yep,
actually.
yep,
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. They've got some sturgeon down there in Tennessee, huh?
yep. Oh
Um,
yeah. You know they stock them. They stock them on the
yeah,
Tennessee
that's what
river.
that's what I've heard.
Yep.
All right, so now we're gonna go to a little bit of a different segue here, and then we'll come back to ask. Like Drill and Chill's got a question, and then we'll ask the chat for questions after we
Okay.
finish this segment here. So, do you have or have you ever had any pet fish, aquariums, stuff like that?
Yep. I was going. Let me see if I could pull up this pic. Actually, I got it up right here. So I love. I was raised. When I say raised, I was literally raised on freshwater aquariums. My grandmother,
Okay.
she believed in those goldfish, and she would keep goldfish for years, literally. Um, and so as I got older and I got married, I tapped into the saltwater world. So I had a reef tank. I had a reef tank for years until one day we went out of town and it crashed. And I was like, you know what? It'll be a while before I get another one because I had a lot of money into it. Here's pretty much. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's good. Oh, let me get my
Yeah,
glasses.
that was my reef tank right there.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
That
Look at all that coral. That's real live coral.
yeah, yep. Got
And that's an anemone over there. And oh my
yep,
God,
yep.
that's amazing.
Yeah, my favorite are the zoanthids, which are like
Yeah.
I don't know if you could. Yeah, the zoanthids and the acans. I just did, so I almost deleted it. But like here, the let me see here, a bunch of acans and
Yep.
no, these are acans. I'm sorry, and these are zoanthids. Those are my favorite. You know what I mean? And I would,
Yeah.
man, and a few of them, like I had some Sunny D's in there, very expensive. So I would buy like one head because my
Yeah.
ecosystem was so well. And what
And
I
how
would
big
do
was that
is
tank?
yeah, and I would grow them, and I would just
Yeah,
grow them
you
out,
have to. Yeah.
and it man, it ended up crashing on me. It broke my
Yeah.
heart. So, but yeah, but if I ever no, when I do get back into it, I'm definitely doing live coral again. Um, probably, I guess I had two Nemos in there. I guess they were hiding in that picture. They was hiding in that picture. So yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the clownfish.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Two clownfish. Yep. Um. Yep. Two clownfish. Man, I'm sitting here staring at it because boy, it breaks my heart.
Oh my God. I had a saltwater tank once, and it is it's not easy. It's not cheap either. It's very
uh.
expensive. It's a lot of work. You got to have the right stuff. You got to
Yep.
test the water. Like it is not
Yep.
for just oh, I'm
Exactly.
gonna have a fish tank. No, 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 no.
Yeah,
You
it
better
run up
be
your light
serious
bill
about
too.
it. Yeah.
It'll run up your light bill too. Oh my goodness.
All right. All right. So I think we'll turn it over if the chat's got questions. I know Drill and Chill's got one right away.
Okay.
Drill and Chill, Rod and Reel, who I just got done fishing with, actually, says, "What's the hardest day you've ever had on the water, and what did it teach you?" That's an excellent question. I like that.
Excellent question. The hardest day I've had on the water is no day because fishing is more than just fishing. Fishing is more than just catching fish, right?
Hmm.
Has there been a day? Very rarely have I ever gone out and not caught a fish, right? Because I know I can catch some bluegill, but there was a time where I just couldn't catch a bluegill. But I don't go fishing just to fish. I'm going fishing to see if I can build some meaningful relationships, impact people. Even if I go by myself and don't catch a fish, I'm going out and I for a purpose. So you'll notice in my videos where I always say at the end, remember to fish with purpose, right? My purpose is not to just catch fish. My purpose is to get out there, maybe, think about goals, just meditate. How can I make myself better? How can I be a better father to my kids, a better husband to my wife? These are things that I'm thinking about all the time when I'm going out fishing. So if I'm fishing I've never had a bad day of fishing because it's something about that water that just relaxes me,
Mhm.
even when I haven't caught a fish. So I've never had a bad day, right? Uh, Bad moments, hook in the finger, something like that, but not a,
Yeah,
not
it
not a
happens.
bad day of fishing. And I,
Yeah.
and I mean that when I say that too. So.
All right. Is anyone else in the okay? Fishing Fanatics has one. You could fish anywhere in the world. Where would you want to fish?
Anywhere where there's water, and I mean that. Now, let me say this. I don't know where it is, but I think it's a channel called, I think, is it Fishing Ken. I don't know if you've seen his channel before. He's popular. I know he has well over 100,000 subscribers. And I remember him going to some lake. I love shellcracker, you all. Oh my goodness! When I tell you shellcracker fight hard, but they taste even better. I will argue with the best of them. Shell cracker tastes better than crappie. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. Don't beat me up. Don't beat me up. But and there's some lake that they go to where you're guaranteed to catch 2 to 3 pound shell crackers. I can't remember where it is. I do want to go there. Uh, and I would like to go. I think it's pronounced, is it Weiss Lake in Alabama? The what
Okay.
is it, like the crappie capital? I want to go there, but I go anywhere and catch fish. It doesn't matter. Just listen. Like I told Fishy earlier. I said if the weather is bad and I can't go fish, I just put a fish in my bathtub and go fishing.
Why you think I got all these tanks, huh?
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right. So Drill's got another really good question here.
Okay.
I like this. Have you ever had a moment on the water where you felt completely connected with yourself, with nature, with something bigger? That's a great
Every
question. So,
every time I go fishing, that's why I go.
hey,
I'm
man.
listen. Okay, this video that I'm about to get ready to upload, I told the crappie kid I would upload it tonight, but in all fairness, I think I'm gonna just wait till noon. In that video, and this is a night video, so y'all please go watch it, support it. You will literally hear me say, I needed this moment because I had so much on my mind. This was Wednesday. I had so much on my mind, so much I was just thinking about. And I said, I needed this moment. I caught over 100 crappie Wednesday. Well, me and my sons, right? You're not gonna see all 100 because my other son, he caught 50, but he was on the other side of the tree and it's dark, so obviously you can't see him.
Right.
But we caught well over. I'm at 52 as I'm editing. I'm almost at the end of the video, but you hear me say in that video, I needed this moment. I needed this moment, and it helped me to refocus. I'm connected every time I go fishing. Every time. That's why I love the crappie kid. You'll hear us conversing in the
Hmm.
video, and I
Yeah.
I I I, I left some of the conversation on there intentionally, and I was telling him, oh man, I just lost my train of thought. It was something I wanted to say. Oh my goodness. It may be able to come back to me. But we was having conversation on there. But anyway, and I was just telling him just pretty much how appreciative I am of just fishing and how fishing really impacts me. It's just something about that water. So every time I go out, I'm just connected. Whether I catch a fish or not, there are some days where I will go out to the dam and I'll just sit there and I'll watch the water. Just watch the water run. So
Hmm.
every time I go out there, I'm connected. Every time. Yeah. That's why I always tell people go fishing. It's something about it. Or go look at the water, stare at the water, watch somebody else fish. It's something about it. Something about
Yeah.
it.
I don't know if you've seen any of my fishing music videos that I make, but
Um,
so like my theme song that I start off all the videos of season two. The opening line is in a thing, and it's music, but it's the water. It calms my mind. You
yeah,
know,
okay, yeah.
that's the opening line to my theme song for my little fishing videos. It's
Yep,
yeah.
there
So
you go.
I get you, man. I
Yeah,
get you.
yep.
Speaking of music,
Oh,
real
that's what it was. I knew it was gonna come back to me. He was saying, man, he said, Key, well, it was that's my name, but y'all can call me real.
yeah.
He was like, man, I've never seen somebody get so excited about catching a small fish. I just love fishing. It's just something about it. I don't
Yep.
care. Listen, I have a video, a YouTube short where I knew I hung a big drum, and I'm reeling, and then all of a sudden my rod goes from being bent like this to like this, and as I reeled it all the way in, and I ended up with a threadfin shad, right? And I was like, ain't no way, But I was excited about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love it. But anyway, go ahead.
I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, Drill and Chill wants to know what's on your music playlist.
I don't have one.
Okay,
I
fair enough.
promise I don't. And listen, I play the drums in my church, and I don't have a playlist. I kid you not. I, I kid you. Great question though. Maybe I need to get a playlist.
Hey,
But I will
check
say,
out Fishy Things music playlist, man. I make all
okay.
kinds of fishing music. It's exclusive to fishing, man.
Oh,
Check
okay.
me out.
Yeah, I definitely check
Yeah.
it out. But I mean, I love almost all genres of music as long as it's positive. But I'm gonna tell you
Hmm.
one thing I can't get over on, but I love the drummers is the what is it? The what is it? Not hard metal or metal or what is it? That genre of music?
Like heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
Talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
I don't know what they're saying, right? But the drummers, oh
Oh
my
yeah, yeah,
goodness.
yeah. They be
Woo!
getting those
Man,
drums.
they some of the baddest drummers.
High
Oh my
energy.
goodness. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm a drummer myself, actually, and
Okay, yeah.
yeah, I could play like speed metal and heavy metal when I was younger, but
Uh-huh.
now I'm just like, let me do some blues or some funk or
There
something.
you
Let
go.
me just get into it and just
Yeah.
feel that vibe. But
Yeah, I've
that
been playing since I was 11. So
no,
yeah,
no more.
yeah.
I'll listen to it and I'll appreciate it, but I ain't got the
Right.
energy for all that anymore.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, let's see. What do we at here? We got 47 minutes. Do you know anyone that you'd like to refer to do the show here?
Yeah, oh
Any
yeah,
other
man.
men you think would be good to have on the show?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we have some really great locals here. I don't know if you scheduled like Skipjack Cindy. I think
Cindy's up next, actually. I think Cindy's
perfect,
next Sunday.
perfect.
Yep.
You have
Here we go.
smoking underscore Bates 941. It's SMOKIN. And I'm gonna give you a couple of names because they actually smoking underscore Bates. So it's SMOKIN underscore Bates, BAITS
Mhm.
941. He's a young man who has a great story to tell because when I say I connected with him and he catches some big fish, his subscribers are not there. I think he's been leaning around 700 and something because he doesn't like post a lot. But although he has a lot of videos, I connected with him and he told me his story. And I don't want to tell his story because I think you would appreciate it, how it took him from one space, one world, and he used fishing to get him out of that world. And he has a great story to tell. Uh who else? Scenic City Fishing 423, which you've seen him
Yeah.
before.
Yep. Yep.
Um and I'm just talking about locals.
Then if you want to look while I'm writing this down, JR
Okay.
Buds has a really good question, and then Fishing Finex has a question. You don't mind getting them?
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
City City 423 four two
Scenic
one
City Fishing 423.
four two
Uh
three.
yeah, you got quick catch and release. Let me see. And Catch 'em leak, which is catch 'em with the EM, catch 'em leak. He's a young man. I think he's like 20.
All right.
Let me see. Real sorry if you answered it already, but what was your biggest motivation to keep going when you were just starting YouTube? Hey, Junior, that is a great
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, I
Because
like that question. Yeah.
here's what's interesting about that question, Junior. Um, you got to keep the main thing the main thing. Now you're looking at me with 4,200, almost 4,300 subscribers. Here's what's interesting. My son caught that 26-pound buffalo. I was not monetized yet. That video is what got me monetized in 4.5 months. I gained 1,300 subscribers in four and a, I mean, in 28 days. 1,300 subscribers. The challenge wasn't then. The challenge is now because everything gets slowed down, and my content is actually better. So I've been trying to figure things out, right? So I got to the point to where I was trying to figure out the algorithm, all of these things, and I had to stop and say, hold up, let's keep the main thing the main thing. What's the
Mhm.
main thing? Teaching people how to fish, and I usually say kids or young people, teaching young people how to fish, but I got a couple of adults too, but teaching young people how to fish and making fishing relevant to life. At some point in time, hey, you may get a video to hit or a couple of videos to hit, right? So
Mhm.
I was telling Fishy earlier, I said, and I was telling this community earlier, you'll hear a lot of people say, hey, they're chasing the bag. Well, I say, don't chase the bag, let the bag chase you
Thank
because it
you.
shows you how valuable you are, right? So I use that same concept when it as it pertains to my YouTube channel, right? As long as I keep the main thing, which is whatever the goal of my channel was, stay focused on that. You're going to build the right community that is actually going to support that. That's all you need because you look at it, and I'm just being honest. If you look at it like you look at my videos, and I just use me, okay, with 4,300 subscribers, you would think, man, my views were average, maybe 1,000 views or so, maybe no. Some of them 100, some of them 200. You'd be like, well, what's going on? But guess what? I have impacted those 1 to 200 people. Now I do get some that may reach 1,000 every now and then, but I'm impacting people, and that's my goal, right? My goal is to positively impact people through the sport of fishing. And also, if I throw this in there, I throw this in there, Fishy. One of the things, one thing that I like to hear is that we got a lot of bad fathers, right? That's a narrative that's out there, right? I was raised in a single parent household, and I have 5 children, right? And still married to my wife almost 22 years, right? We got a lot of good fathers out there. And so in some of my videos, you will hear me tell fathers, hey, get out there, build a relationship with your children, even if you're not married, through the sport of fishing, right? You don't have to be married, right? I mean, it would be good to be married, but even if you're not, things happen. Divorce is real, right? Get out there, build that relationship with your children through the sport of fishing. Because guess what? I have some of the most meaningful conversations when I'm out fishing with
Mhm.
people. Very
Absolutely.
rarely do I meet miserable people. There's some miserable fishermen out there, right?
Yeah.
There are some, but very rare. But even some of the meanest fishermen out
If
there,
they
you can
cross your
really,
lines, just snap it and just move
yeah,
on.
there you
You know
go.
what
But I've always found a way to build a good conversation with most of them,
I mean?
right?
Yeah.
So that's my main thing, right? To impact people. That's what I'm gonna keep the main thing, right? And people will feel through your videos the genuineness, right? And then
Yeah.
it guess what? And then it'll catch on. So I don't. So I'm not get monetized, I was focused on the subscribers and the watch hours. Although, had I known about lives, I probably would have got monetized early. I didn't know about lives
Yeah.
at the time, but it was all about putting content out there that I knew was meaningful, right?
Right.
Focusing. What does my description say, right? Making sure I stick to that. Then the community will build around that, and if you do that, then that's success. Because success to somebody else may mean 1 million subscribers. Success to me is somebody like, and I'll mention this person's YouTube channel. I don't know who the person is. I've never met him, but Duke, he always join my lives, and he
Oh
always
yeah.
say
Yeah.
he always say, and he said on the live, and I'll mention this. Hey, he deals with anxiety. Married with children, deals with anxiety, and he looks forward to my lives because it helps him, and he watches my videos. Guess what? I've done my job. Can I impact somebody else like that? Subscribers, views, that'll come. But if it doesn't, I've impacted one person I know for sure.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah. Great question. Great question.
That was a fantastic question. What was the other one? Um,
Finn said, "What do I feel is my greatest accomplishment?"
yeah.
Man, oh, that's a ooh we. Um, I mean, I have many of them, right? But what I would say is being there for my wife and my children because I grew up in a single parent household. My mother had been divorced a couple of times, and I was able to break that curse, right? Haven't been perfect in my marriage, haven't been perfect to my children, right? But we're
I mean, if
still
anyone says they
family.
are, they're just lying. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, we're still a family, right? And
Mhm.
so now my wife and I are showing my children, okay, here's what it takes. You see, there are days where we don't get along necessarily. We get on each other's nerves, but we know how to come together as adults and have conversations, right? And and move forward, right? So my greatest accomplishment is being married almost 22 years and building a family. I have 5 children and a
Mhm.
grandson, I might add. Yeah, so yeah, that's my greatest accomplishment. Yeah,
Love it.
because without family, what does you may see this up here, couple of degrees? What does that mean? You see what I'm saying? If my wife and my children walk out on me or leave me, or what does none of this stuff means anything. But
Especially from
my
paper.
wife and my children, yeah, they mean everything. They mean everything.
Amen.
Yeah, I think my wife can hear me too, so I may be getting some brownie points. So
Get them. Get 'em. Oh man, I could go for some brownies.
yeah, great question. Let's see. Who are some of your favorite YouTube fishing channels? Um, I like Richard Gene the Fishing Machine because he's just funny. You know, he's like
Oh yeah, yeah.
woo. You know, he get the woo, woo, woo. You know, um, I like Rocky Drake, which he fishes some of the same areas as Richard Gene. Um, I like Rocky Drake. Uh, I support all my local channels. And listen, but do I really have a favorite? I think it's anybody that's putting out great content. Yeah, I promise. I know it sounds I'm making it so broad, but I love fishing. Because I support everybody's channel. I'm gonna support fishing channel. I'm gonna support everybody's channel that I can, as long as it's some good content. Just don't be one of the ones where it's all about just catching the biggest fish and making everything just a competition. Have some meaning,
Right.
have some purpose in there. Hey, I'm gonna support you, but I like anybody that can make me laugh. You
Yeah.
got my attention. You got my attention. Yeah, that's a
Awesome.
that was a great question.
It was.
Let's
All right.
see.
So we're coming to the end of it here. You, if we can still take some questions if anyone's got questions left. Otherwise, do you want to shout out your channel, merch? You want to tell anyone about some plans you got coming up for your channel?
Yeah, so as y'all know, it's Real of Life, REEL, Real of Life 423. All right. That's my channel. I really don't have merch yet. And again, I'm just really getting into all this. I've had some shirts made. I would like to get some shirts made to, put them, on a website or something like that. I just haven't done it yet. But yeah, what else was it outside of shouting out my
Just
channel?
like, yeah, if you want to give anyone any shout outs, like you want
Yeah,
to shout out your channel or friends' channels,
yeah.
whatever.
Listen, y'all, I'm trying to tell you, I'm about to get ready to upload a video. I said I was going to upload it tonight. Let me see. I don't know. I may upload it tonight. If I don't, it'll be 12 noon tomorrow. I want to shout out the Crappie Kid. It's two D's, Kidd. He's another one that I think that would be a great person to interview as well.
I'm
The
gonna reach out
Crappie
to him.
Kid. Yeah. Um, I
I do
listen,
follow him already.
huh?
So. I do follow him
Okay, yep,
already.
yep,
I have watched
yep.
him.
And I'll let him know. I have his personal number too. So
Okay.
and I'll let him know. But yeah, I want to shout him out because I've been using his jigs lately. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, I've been lighting up the crappie. Been lighting them up. I know some people say crappie, but I say crappie. Been lighting up the crappie. Again, I definitely want to shout out all my locals. Scenic City Fishing 423. Uh, again, shout out Fishing with Big Mike. It's Fishin. He'll be another good one, especially if you want to talk about some catfish. Skipjack send it too. Fishing with Big Mike. He has that
I've got
94.
Cindy booked already.
Yeah. Fishing with Big Mike. It's
Okay,
Fishin.
got
Fishing
it.
with Big Mike. He has that 94-pound blue cat. So I want to shout him out. Quick catch and release. Um, quick catch and release, big uh catfish, as well as carp. The same with smoking underscore baits 941. Catch 'em leak. Those are the locals that I'm actually connected to. So you could reach out to them. I think you would have a pretty good live with all of them. Yeah. Yeah. Do you are you connected to anything possible?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah. So yeah. So I love to shout them out. The ones I've shouted out they have really helped me on my catfishing journey. Yep. Yep. So oh yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
Oh man, I said I was going to show. What's up, Tyler? Tyler jumped in. Shouts out to Tyler, man. Tyler is a true supporter. I'm telling you.
How you doing,
Listen,
Tyler?
if you need him to be your if you need him to be a moderator, hey listen, he is
You want me to give him a
efficient.
wrench? I'll give Tyler a wrench. That's not a
Hey,
problem.
Tyler is efficient. um, I was going to show the chat. This was I think this right here was the last picture that I took with Reggie about 5 months before he passed away. I don't know if you can see it. This is an older picture, but that's me right there, much smaller. Right there. That's Reggie White, the Minister of Defense. That's
Oh
my
my God.
mother. Hey, I
Amazing.
want to shout. I want to shout out to my mother. My mother has lost over 150 pounds, so I'm proud of her.
Nice.
That's my wife, much younger, and that's my youngest daughter. So my wife was actually in this picture pregnant with our twins. But yeah, that's Reggie right there. That's my cousin. Yeah, he we was at his house about 5 months before he passed away, man. It was sad situation when he had passed, but we had a great conversation, and so but things happen, that's just life. So I wanted to show you that because I told you I would show you that picture before we got off live. But
Yeah.
I don't
That's a
mind
good
taking a
thing.
few more
I'm,
questions. If
huh?
you I said I don't if somebody else has a question, I don't mind taking
Yeah,
a
I've
couple more.
asked all my questions. We got our hour in, so it's up
Oh,
to you in the audience. If you got anything else you want to say, if the audience has got any more questions.
yeah, Southwest Constant said, what is the biggest catfish you ever caught? A 25-pound blue, which was recent. I plan on, but there's another guy. He just started his channel. Just it's
I see my chat.
Forehead.
I see. I didn't switch it to all messages. I was wondering. I'm not seeing all the messages. I forgot to
Oh,
switch.
okay.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
what's going on there.
it's
No
his
problem.
his name is Forehead underscore fishing. It's FOHEAD Forehead underscore fishing. He's just now started his catfishing channel, and I told this guy, I said, look, man. I've seen you catch too many big catfish for you not to have your own channel. He just started his channel. So you could probably reach out to him. I have his personal number. He's a local. I went fishing with him that same night where I caught my 25-pound blue cat. He caught a 43-pound flathead. But
Whew.
his biggest flathead is 79 pounds.
Oh my God, that would be a state record here in Wisconsin.
Listen,
I
I
believe
mean,
our state record is 77 or
yeah,
75.
I
Yeah.
mean, this dude, and I'm like, man, so he's an upcoming channel. So yeah, shouts out to him. But yeah, I was trying to see if there were any other questions we missed. We are just trying to figure this out. This thing you
Yeah,
call
I'll
like
take a look
Finn
here
Addis,
on
you're
the.
absolutely correct. But listen, I would say I would just like to encourage everyone. Listen, just when you're out fishing, or if you have a channel, make sure there's purpose to it, and drown out all the negativity. And let's keep this community going. Let's keep this fishing community going, you all, because that's where a lot of people garner a lot of peace. You know,
Ooh, what's your
uh,
go-to fish and snack? That's a good one. I might
what's that again?
gonna put that on my list for upcoming guests too. You got a go-to fish and snack?
Is that a channel?
No, no, no. That's a question. Do you have a go-to
Oh, a
fishing
go-to
snack?
fishing snack.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good one. I
Oh
like
my
it.
goodness. A go-to fishing. Oh, you know what? Um, Drill, that's an excellent question. And you can ask anybody that fish with me for whatever weird reason. Y'all, if you're just now getting on here, my light is doing some weird stuff. It changes colors, but it's stuck, so I can't control it anymore. It is finally lit up at the end of the interview,
All right,
which
we're
is
ready to
crazy.
start the interview now. Let's
Right,
go.
right. Hey, we can do it. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm good. But I tell you, maybe this is just a weird thing. Fishy, this is not a superstition. I promise it's not. It's just something that's happened. For
It
whatever
sounds like
weird
it might be a
reason,
superstition.
rarely, rarely ever will I eat before I go fishing. I don't know why. I don't know why. I will not eat. And it's just because I'm so hyped up about
Yeah,
fishing.
yeah,
I may get
yeah.
me something to drink or something, but a particular snack, I won't eat. Now I'm starving afterwards. You know what I mean? But yeah, I won't eat before I go fishing. Hey,
Casco says you need to
no
start a
problem,
haunting house
Cindy.
channel.
Right, right. Real needs to start a haunted house channel. Why do I
Right.
need to start a haunted house, man? Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell
You
you
can't
something.
even control your lights, man.
Oh yeah, you ain't lying. Oh yeah, they listen. I can't stand scary movies. I won't go to a haunted house or anything, and that's only because my cousin, he probably would never see. I don't know. He'll never see this, but his name Corey Anderson. He used to watch these werewolf videos, and when we would spend night at each other's house, and he was scared the living daylights out of me, man. So I can't stand scary movies. Yep. So,
Oh, did we get the one from Fish and Fin Addicts?
oh,
What's the best advice you can give for a troubled teen that's hard to reach and doesn't want to listen?
okay. That's a great question. Let me, because I want to
You want me to
elaborate
pin
on
that?
that one. But
I'll pin that.
somebody said, coffee. How do you take it? Drill. You may think I'm crazy. Straight black. I want it straight black. I don't want any creamer, any sugar in it. Every blue moon, I go to Starbucks. Um, best fish you've ever ate. Drill. And I'm gonna go back. Hold that question for me, Fishy. Best fish I've
I
ever ate.
pinned it.
Now, fishy. I do have some walleye. I haven't eaten them yet, but I got 6 fillets in the freezer from the 3 walleye that we caught.
How you plan
Um,
on cooking them?
huh?
How are you going to cook them? What's your plan?
Fry 'em.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I I would bake them in the oven with just a crap ton of butter, man. Like
really.
throw a whole stick of butter in a
Okay.
pan in the oven and just bake it, and then when you take it out, hit it with a little salt and pepper.
Well,
Uh,
you may have just made me a new video. I made fry 3 of them and bake the other 3.
there you go.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There you go.
But other than I haven't tried the walleye yet. Everybody say walleye would be at the top of the list, but I love shell cracker. That I will argue with the best of them. Shell cracker just tastes better than crappie to me. Oh,
So I
release.
can
Oh,
tell you the reasons that you love shell cracker is why you're gonna love walleye even more. It's like
yeah,
it's very soft, flaky.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's like softer and flakier. I don't
yeah.
know.
By the way, I want to shout out Release to the Grease.
Oh
Release.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you got
Oh,
listen.
me and Grease are connected. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
listen, and I got his number too. So we call each other cousins, and we never met each
Yeah,
other
yeah.
in person. So it's cool. All right, so I do want to tackle that. What was that question again?
Oh, so I pinned it. Let's see here. What's the best advice you can give for a troubled teen that's hard to reach and doesn't want to listen?
Be patient with them. Um, Now I know we don't talk politics and we don't on here, but if you don't mind, I would like to just give a scripture that says, man,
Oh,
now I just
religion's fine.
yeah.
I love
Uh,
religion.
the Bible says, in all thy getting, get an understanding, right? To understand doesn't mean that you agree, but when you understand something or someone, it allows you to approach that situation or that person appropriately, right? That being said, get an understanding of why they're acting the way they act. Doesn't mean that you agree, but it's going to help you approach that person, right? But it's going to take patience because I'm gonna tell you all something. With my 5 children, I've made some mistakes as to how I've approached them, right? And they have taught me a lot, and my children have made me a better father, right? Because as parents, we don't want our children to fall like we fell or to fall in the same hole we fell in, right?
Right.
So we become a little bit harder on them, right? And in turn, it's almost like an adverse effect to where it affect them in a negative way, right? So what we want to do is just be patient with them, right? And continue to show them love. Hey, and if all else fail, take them fishing.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Take
Yeah.
them
Yep.
fishing.
Amen.
Yep, take them fishing. Crappie, oh, crappie, hey, and by the way, that's crappie man jigs.
Yep.
That's yeah. Hey,
I got it. I got
yeah,
him.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Crappie man, I've been advertising crappie kid jigs, but yours coming up next. I got them sitting right here on
I
the
just
desk.
I just watched him go fishing. Was that yesterday or
Yeah,
this morning? I don't remember.
listen,
But
his
I finally saw him actually go fishing for this first time. Usually I just see him like tying his jigs and stuff, you
yeah,
know.
his YouTube shorts are hilarious, man. With the music and everything, and him dancing. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, that yeah, crappie man. Well, he said I can call him Turner, so Turner is hilarious. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why I said I don't know Crappy Man. I do. I'm in his lives quite
Yeah,
often
yeah.
actually.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, any other questions? Or did we miss any?
Pat, you got any questions or did we miss any? If we didn't ask your question, just ask it again. We'll get it up there.
Yeah. And saving
Get
grace,
it
that
in.
attitude reflects leadership. Absolutely.
Amen. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's the hardest you've ever laughed?
Uh, I don't know till I got dizzy, but I'm trying to figure out what made me laugh. I have a lot of stuff that make me
Right.
laugh. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this.
Okay.
So
All right.
Fishy and I was talking before the live. You all. Oh, I see that. What's the hardest you've ever laughed? I don't know. I laugh all the time. I laugh all the time. But I'm gonna tell you, recently, the hardest I've ever laughed was when I was actually kind of ticked off at my son. Fisher and I were just talking about it. If y'all go
Oh
back and look
yeah.
at my
You got
short,
a short out there.
and it's called, I think it's like YouTube outro blooper or something like that. I named it. And when I went back and I looked at it, at that moment, I was frustrated because I was telling my son, I was like, man, I said, when I point down at the brim, put the GoPro down on the brim, and he didn't do it. And I'm just like, dude, come on, it is hilarious. So at that time, at that moment, I was frustrated, but when I was going back to edit the video, I could not stop laughing. And I've had so many family members and friends call me saying, dude, that was a funny video. Let's see, what's this one word you tell yourself every morning to keep going? Dang, Junior, you be coming up with some great
Yeah.
questions.
He
Well,
does
Junior
got
and
some good
Drea, um,
don't
I'm gonna tell you something, Junior. What I've been doing
I
lately.
throw the softballs. My chat comes in with these hard balls, you
Oh
know?
yeah, yeah, man. Woo. Uh, Junior, I'm gonna just tell you something that has been helping me lately. Uh, I'll just say, I'll get up and just say, "Good morning, God," literally, and it helps me start my day. I ain't making this up, but um, I have, I don't know where my well, I got my binder. It's all the way over here. I ain't gonna get up and get it. Where I'll go through and I'll look at different quotes and find something that motivates me for the moment. But it's always don't give up. I always tell myself don't give up. I always tell myself because I have so much to live for, right? If I give up, it affects my family, right? So, but I always lately because I heard an older gentleman say this one day. He was praying. He was like, he said, well, he said, "Good morning, Jesus." I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty cool. I need to do
Yeah.
that." You know what I mean? But I'm always motivated by just getting up and just telling myself every morning, "Don't give up." It's got to get better at some point in time. That was a man. I could go a little bit deeper than that. That was a great question though. If you could fish with anybody, who or where? If I could
I
fish,
think you meant to say anybody or anywhere.
oh, yeah,
Who and
okay,
when.
anybody,
That's what I'm
or
thinking.
anybody, or okay, or anywhere. Yeah, it'll always be my children. Always be my children.
Awesome
Yeah,
answer.
always be my children. Now, that being said, if if I'm not necessarily looking at my children, right? Because that's going to be the obvious answer. I just even when they get frustrated out there on the water, because the water is really teaching my children patience. It really,
Mm.
whether they realize it or not, when they're getting out there and it's the fishing is not what they expect. It's teaching them patience, and I love to see that. And we had a conversation. We have some intimate conversations. Sometimes some tough conversations. Like, why you just go sit in the vehicle for an hour or 2 hours while we out here still fishing? Because that could be the moment where you catch your PB, right?
Mhm.
So it's being able to capture those moments. That's why I say my children. Now, if it's outside of my children, anybody that's positive, because guess what? I don't care whether it's a child or an adult, I will learn from them. So for me, it's not about me just giving gems, right? I want to learn. What can I learn from you, right? Because I need somebody to pour into me. I don't care because fishing doesn't discriminate when it comes to age, right? Well, it doesn't discriminate at all. But just speaking of age, I'll learn from anybody, right? So anybody that can teach me something, that can impact me or anybody I can impact. Fishing with Jose, what's going on? Fishing and cooking with Jose, what's up?
Hey, Jose.
And so anybody that's positive, let's go fishing and let's have fun. Great question. Man, that was a great question.
He's got a follow-up question.
Okay.
If you could take your kids fishing anywhere, where would your dream fishing location with your kids be?
I like you, Drew. I like you.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Okay. Hey, Drew, I'm gonna say it like this, and you probably get a laugh out of it wherever they want to go. But let me be specific. One of my twins wants to go to Grenada Lake, of in Mississippi. That's where fishing with Tito and fishing with
Oh
Keith.
yeah, yep.
Those would be two people that you like to
I
connect with.
reached out to Kedra once already. I'll reach out to her again
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I do need to get more females on here.
yeah.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
I've
oh
got.
yeah.
I think
Uh,
Cindy's the only female I've got to agree to do the show.
what about Angie?
I
Angie
haven't reached out to
fishing.
Angie yet. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. She a good one. But um, but they want to go to Grenada Lake because listen, Mississippi has some huge crappie. Oh my goodness, they got some huge crop out there. So they do want to go there. Now, I would say uh to be a little bit more to really answer your question, Juriel, or to add to my response, um, man, I really want to do some saltwater fishing. I've never done it before. That is on my bucket list for sure.
I'm.
Saltwater fishing.
You know why I'm scared to saltwater fish?
Uh-huh.
Because I know how obsessed I am with freshwater fishing, and I'm still trying to catch every species of freshwater fish.
Uh-huh.
Like that's a can of worms I don't want to open. Like
R-
that's why
Yeah,
I'm still trying to get all my freshwater
that's
fish
true.
species under the belt. You know what I mean? Like
That
there's
is
so
true.
many fish in the ocean.
Right.
I can't get started there. I just can't. That's too
Hey,
much.
South Wisconsin said grape or strawberry. Grape all
I
day.
asked
Grape
Lumi,
jelly.
JR Buds. I asked Lumi, and she said she doesn't think she's big enough to do my show. I'm like, what are you talking about,
Who
Lumi?
was
It ain't
that?
about how big your luminary shine fishing.
What?
Yeah, she's like, oh, you don't want me, my little channel. I was like, Lumi, it's not. I
Listen,
don't. I just want anyone who wants to be on the show. You know, I
tell
don't care if you're big, if you're little. If you guys want to be on my show, email me and I'll get you in. You
that
know,
see that is a narrative that needs to be destroyed, right?
right?
Think about it. I talked about Duke earlier. Now there's a couple of different Dukes that support my channel. You got like Mike Duke, Duke Fishing, then Duke is
Okay.
just a regular Duke. I don't even think he has a channel. But he does some well he has a channel but doesn't post content. And when he told me he's married with two children, but he deals with anxiety and he looks forward to my lives,
Right.
I don't care. I want. Do I want
There's a
subscribers?
lot of people that
Absolutely.
love Lumi's lives too, for
Yeah,
sure. She's
yeah.
got a big fan base.
Oh yeah, she does, man. She
Mhm.
does. I mean, it's just
I
her.
should reach out to Shannon. I haven't yet. I'm gonna reach out to Shannon for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh shenanigans.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You'll love Shannon. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You'll
I
love
mean,
her.
I've been in their lives. I just haven't
Yeah,
asked her to do the show
yeah,
yet.
yeah. And but the thing is that what you're doing, make sure that it's purposeful, right? To impact people, right? In a
Yeah.
positive way. If that's what you do, and you only have 5 subscribers, you've impacted 5 people. If those 5 people go and impact 5 more people, now you got 10. Those 10 go and impact 10 more people. Now you got 20. And the root of the positive impact started with you. So when we look at channel, I don't care how big or small your channel is, are you really impacting people? Because you can have 1 million subscribers and be negative, right? If you look in the YouTube world now, it's not just, we're not talking about fishing, but just overall the bigger picture. A lot of your content where people get millions of views has to do with negativity. Who wants that? You see what I'm saying? Somebody care about
Even
no.
the people that think they want that don't really want that. You know what I mean?
Exactly, exactly, exactly. So
But
yeah,
yeah, no,
Lumi.
there are a lot of channels out there. I've seen them, and I got them out of my feed as fast as I could. That really do thrive off like the negativity and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
the drama and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, hey,
yeah,
I'm just here to have a good time,
yeah.
catch some fish. Who's with me? You know what I
Hey,
mean?
yeah,
Want to see you fish? You know what I mean? If
right,
I'm not live fishing, there better be some people out there live fishing for me to watch. You know what I mean?
right. Drill, Drill said, have you met a warden and how did it go? So I just had that happen recently on one of my lives. Literally recently on one of my lives. And when it came up, I was like, man, I haven't been checked for a license in maybe 20 years, you know. And I'm doing my live, and I looked at him. I said, "Hey, do you mind being on my live?" He's like, "You doing a YouTube live?" I was like, "Yeah." And now my best friend, and I'm saying this for a reason, my best friend is a sergeant for the Chattanooga Police Department. And so, with the police, you know, there's a negative connotation that comes along with being a police. Not every police is a bad police. Okay. All right. And so the way the warden approached me, I really did appreciate it. I said, "Hey, let me go and get my license out the car, but I want to shout you out." It went well, number one, because I had my license, and then number two, the way he approached me, I was very appreciative of how he approached me, and I shouted him out on the live, so it was pretty cool. Yep.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I hope
Thank you.
Lumi go back and see this. Yeah, Lumi needs to get when I
Yeah,
jump on.
I'm gonna keep harassing Lumi because yeah, she'd be a great one, I think.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean, and that goes for anyone. I don't care how small your channel. I mean, you have to have 50 subs to go live.
Right.
But like, if you got 51 subs and you want to do my interview, just email me. My email's in my community posts. It's you know,
Now, how did you set this up though?
you this is an option when you go live, man. So
Oh, when
this
you.
isn't any extra bells and whistles. You just go into your live and then those when you first go to set up your live,
Hmm.
there's those little like push button
Yeah,
thingamajigs. There's one that says go live together.
yeah.
And if you click that, that'll open up a menu to send someone an invite link to go live with. That's
Oh,
it.
okay,
It's so
okay. Does
easy.
it allow? Because you sent me the link this morning.
Yeah, I sent it to your email this morning. So I can send the link whenever I want. I could have sent it to you like 30 days ago or
Oh,
whenever when we
okay,
set this up.
got it.
I just figured it makes more sense to send the day of, because then that also, makes sure that the person is still with me and wanting to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I've been posting them out 4 weeks ahead of time,
right,
and
right.
then yeah, so it just makes more sense to me to give them the link the day of and make sure they still want to do it, so that
Yeah,
if they don't respond or something, I can find someone else to take their place.
got you, got you.
Which South Wisconsin Family Fishing last week was so awesome. I had somebody else booked and they kind of no showed on me. I guess
Yeah,
they just forgot. They sent me a text later,
yeah.
and but South Wisconsin stepped in like 5 minutes before I had to go live and took the spot, and I was like, "Whoo, thank goodness,"
Well,
because
well, you can always reach out to me. I told you earlier, I said I love to talk, man. I love to talk
right,
because
yeah,
this is just, especially when it comes to fishing. I mean, I
yeah.
talk all day. I love it. I love it that much. So, oh yeah.
All right,
I think,
I'll keep you in South Wisconsin on as alternates. If anyone backs out
yeah,
on me,
absolutely,
we'll do another one with
absolutely.
you guys. But I am trying to do a new person every week. Like I
Right,
want
right.
to just introduce the whole fishing community to each other. You know what I
I
mean?
like it.
You know, the more people I can get in here, it's cool because then, you know, their followers and my followers and everyone meets each other and we got more fishing channels connected. I love the fishing community, man. It's so cool. It's
Hey,
so
you see
cool.
what Crappie Man jigs? I'm gonna tell you something. And Crappie Man, that means a lot to me. He said, real, you're a blessing to this community, and I appreciate it. Crappie Man, shouts out to him. He actually donated a few dollars one time, and I'm gonna tell you all something. I don't know why people will donate money. I did a live earlier yesterday, and I think I ended up with like $30. One live, I ended up with $281. But what I do is, and by the way, you all, if you're on here, I take that money and I put it back into the channel. And usually what I do is I do giveaways. So I'm let me see. Yes, I'm gonna post this video at 12 noon tomorrow. And
There you have it.
I follow that up with a post, right? We're giving away actually we're giving away three of
Ooh.
these Viper X 1000 PC
Oh
Fun
my.
reels, right? Uh, so we're giving away three of those reels. Crappie Kid is giving away four of his kits on the live, and my jigs, they in the kitchen. Toxin Custom Outdoors is another one you can
I've
reach out
seen
to.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, his channel just went viral. He went from like 2,000 to like almost 10,000 subscribers in like a month. It's crazy, but I love his channel, man. I mean,
He's the
genuinely,
one that
God.
catches snakes, right? He goes out and catches wild snakes.
Yeah.
Is that the
He
guy I'm
had
thinking of?
what he has before, but his channel's fishing channel, and he's been building a pond as
Oh,
well. So
okay.
he does a couple of different
Maybe I'm
things.
thinking of someone else then.
You might be, but yeah, Toxin Custom Outdoors. Oh yeah. Um, But uh so we're giving away three Viper X 1000 PC Fun reels, four Crappie Kid jigs, Toxin Custom Outdoors. He actually he builds like baits out of like weird stuff like plunger handles and stuff that actually work like bass fishing lures. And so but he made he painted three custom painted lures. I'm giving those away. So we got 10 things we're giving away. I'll probably do the live. I need to give my wife. It'll be Friday or Saturday. I know by the time I post the video tomorrow. So we're doing a live, and so when people are donating to the channel, I literally, what's up, Flames? I literally give back because I want to let them know. Listen, I really truly appreciate y'all. Now, if I was to look at, I would say if I was to, consider how much I've spent, even with the donations, yeah, I'm in the red, but that's okay, because I
Yeah.
want to give. I want to make people happy, and I don't do it for the subscribers. I've never asked anyone on my channel to donate any money. They just started donating. I'm like, wow. And so shouts out to Crappie Kid not Crappie Kid, Crappie Man Jake since he's on because he's donated before too. So I'm so appreciative of him doing that. You know. Yep. Yep, Flames. Hey, Flames is man.
What's up, folks? Oh yeah, I've been rocking
Hey,
with
I be on
Flames for a
Flames
minute now,
lives,
man.
man. I don't come in every
So you
time,
watch
but
him
man,
play chess? You
yeah,
watch him
yeah,
play
yeah, man.
chess?
But he
Man,
be having me
the chess
laughing all the
matches get
time, man.
heated, bro.
Yeah, he be having me laugh. I'm gonna have to. Hey,
Fucking
Flames.
Flames.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hook up with him one day and play chess against him.
There you go.
Yeah.
South Wisconsin Family Fishing wants to know: did you have trouble monetizing?
Oh no. So here's the blessing. And this is why I was saying earlier, whatever your purpose is for your channel, keep that the main thing, and eventually your channel is going to explode. I I knew nothing about YouTube. My channel is would be a year old. I started my channel in May, but I didn't upload my first video until June the 25th of last year. So I will technically be a year old June the 25th of next month. And I did not know anything about YouTube. It started as a pay it forward project with my job, teaching kids how to fish, making fishing relevant to life. Just so happened one day, my youngest son caught a 26-pound buffalo on 8-pound test line with probably 3 generators on down at the dam. It was a hard fight, and he pulled it in. That video got over 300 and that YouTube short got over 340,000 views. And in 28 days, I got 1,300 subscribers. And that's when I ended up getting monetized. So it only took me 4.5 months to get monetized. Now,
So
the
it's
challenge
one good
is
video that just
that
bang.
one video. Now,
Right.
the challenge is how in the world do I get my views up, right? You know, like, because it seemed like it went just like this.
Right.
And then it's like this, then it kind of creep up a little bit, stay there for a while, creep up, go down, you know. So,
Yep.
but
Yep.
is that my main focus? Absolutely not. What's my main focus? Building meaningful relationships while I'm out in the community, teaching people how to fish and making fishing relevant to life, motivating, inspiring people. Everything else will take care of itself.
Yep. I just keep doing it because I enjoy doing it. I love
Yeah.
this community,
Oh yeah.
and I love fishing. So I'm just doing what I like doing.
Yep.
Is
Yep.
there was a YouTuber that got me started, and it was with one line. He said, I'm fishing all the time anyway. I may as well turn on a camera on, see what happens. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Started it all. You know what I
And
mean?
and Crappie Man G says short subs don't convert to long form views, unfortunately. And I agree with that too. I
Hmm.
agree with that because you realize you have quite a few subscribers, but not all of them truly support the channel, right? And so a lot of times when you look at the algorithm, YouTube will look it lets you, or at least YouTube thinks that, oh well, they're not really interested in this content, and that's not necessarily true. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? People would just subscribe just to subscribe. But hey, my thing is, yeah, keep subscribing. Run those subscribers up because if you just watch one video, you will be inspired. If it's
Yep.
whether it's by my laughter, my excitement, or if you see me in the community doing a community event, with the kids, right? Or if you see me meeting somebody having a conversation, you will be inspired by one of my videos. And that's all that matters. And if you only watch one video and unsubscribe, you have been impacted in a positive way. Keep the main thing the main thing. Yep.
Yep. Yep. That's
Oh
I
yeah.
don't I don't think too much about any of it really. I mean, like obviously when I'm like making a video and editing it, like I'm just trying to make it enjoyable. You know what I mean? And I'm not
Yeah.
think so I'll throw up some shorts, I'll do some lives, I'll make my long form video once a month, and I'm not thinking about like any of the analytics or like
Yeah.
what's going to make it good or not. I'm just like, do I like this or don't I? Is this something I'll watch or won't I? You know what I mean? And that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
those
Everything else.
analytics will frustrate you. They will frustrate you
Yeah.
if you're stuck on those analytics. Now I would
Yeah.
say if you're trying to get monetized, get your subscribers up, get your watch hours up. After that, listen, keep the main thing. Really keep you want to keep the main thing the main thing. You want to focus on your purpose for creating your channel. But man, if you're just stuck on analytics, you will get frustrated. Because from my
Yeah.
understanding, I was told that YouTube changes its analytics. I don't know what that even looks like, to be honest. I know what it looks like from um YouTube Studios, but how does it really work?
Right.
The internals of it. So I'm just like, it'd be all right. But Crappie Man, geez, he's right. Turner is
Oh yeah,
right.
I'm
With that.
sure. Right. And Flames just said he got 200,000 views total just today. That's pretty impressive.
Oh
What
wow,
did good Flames?
Flames did. Let me see. I got over 200 views altogether. Oh, altogether today. Oh yeah, there you go. There
Nice.
you go.
Very
And
nice.
yeah, Crappie Man, he was like, yeah, this 100, a lot of 100+ thousand people with subscribers are only 500 views. Yeah, you're right. Hey Tyler, I'll get some made. Now this one, ooh, yeah, yeah. You know what? I'll get some of these made. I got you. I got you. It has 423 on the back as well. Uh-oh.
Oh, what just happened there?
Did I do?
Just
Can you hear me?
can you hear me? Now it's saying it's only going. I mean, I still got all the likes, but
Oh, I
it's
can't
oh,
hear
I
you.
can't hear you. You can't hear me?
I can
I
barely
can
hear you.
barely
Hold
hear
on,
you.
what
Hold on,
happened?
what happened? I don't know. It just kind of restarted the live for some reason. I don't know.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hold. It sounds like my speaker on or something. I'm getting a lot of feedback. It's okay though.
We good? My mic went out a bit.
Well, no, I can hear myself. I'm loud on my end.
I mean, you guys can hear us, right?
Yeah, can y'all hear me? Okay, they can hear the both. Okay. It's probably just my phone. The source said, "Wrap it up, great show." I heard that source. Yeah, I hear echo too.
I don't know. It don't matter. I'm down to. You can't hear Fishy?
I could barely hear you, but I can make it out.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure what else I can do. I wonder if it's. No, I got plenty of power, so that shouldn't be the issue.
I don't know.
Let me see.
Hold on one second. Yeah, I don't know. He said exit out, then click the link again. I can exit out and come back in for a few minutes.
All right, if you want to try that.
All right, hold on one second.
How's the sound now, guys? Can you hear me? Tyler says, wrap it up. Fishy, keep talking. All right, I'm talking. What do you guys want to talk about, huh? Want to talk about goldfish? Can you guys hear me now?
Okay.
Here's the super rare.
Yes. Yeah. It's still doing the same thing.
I guess get real close. I mean, I could go get my other mics. We could just wrap it up though.
Yeah, I mean that's cool too. He said, okay, it's on Fishy thing. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, but okay. Well, anyway, I think we had a great interview anyway. So.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, we probably went for a couple hours, so.
Yep.
We can have you back as a guest another day too.
Absolutely. Well, I really do appreciate you for the opportunity.
I appreciate you. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I appreciate you.
All right, y'all be looking out. Y'all be looking out for my post. I'll post the video at 12 noon tomorrow, but then I'll upload the video at noon tomorrow. I'll make a post with instructions on how to enter the giveaway. So y'all check that out. It'll probably be. It may be Saturday when I do the giveaway. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make it Saturday. So there'll be some instructions for you all to be able to enter the giveaway. So y'all check it out. All right. Peace with purpose. Talk to you soon.